Well, hello my pretties, I am back at it again for ya today. I'm going to be doing ghost number 2 today for ya, which is the Bound Woman. Let's get in it, shall we? Alright, so number 2 for the, fancy schmancy 13 ghost series, yada yada yada. For the people who want to know just a smidgen and more of each ghost, because the 2-minute videos of the deleted scenes don't put quite just enough information in there, and you're just a little bit intrigued. Well, I can help you with that, because I did my homework. For the first time in my life. Alright, for the people who have never watched 13 Ghosts, and for the people who just want a little zip zap of what the hell it is, I'm going to be putting at the end of this video the little summary video thingy-mabobber you want to call it. I did a half-an-hour video of explaining what the machine is, what the movie is, what the actors are, what they do, what dilly squat dibbly doo da blah blah blah. So if you really want to know about this kind of stuff before you end up getting into this kind of stuff, well then, that kind of stuff's going to be at the end of the video. Go for it. Do it. I dare you. Just putting that out there. But for the people who are like, alright, yeah, I already watched it, or no, I don't need a rendition of it, let's just get into it. I'm going to just do a little bloop, blop, bleep, little 30-second thing of explaining what the hell the movie is before we get into the ghost. Shall we? Let's go. Okay. So, Cyrus, bad guy. Okay, Dennis, good guy, but bad guy. You can't tell. You're like, I got this vibe. That this dude is a good guy, but he's also a bad guy. Kalina, douche. You think good guy? Saying, oh, we got to save all the people. And you're like, nah, bitch. You're Cyrus's lover. You could give a shit less. That is Kalina. Then you have Arthur, Kathy, Bobby, and Maggie. They're all a rendition, but Arthur, Kathy, Bobby are related to Cyrus. Douche. Remember this. Douche. But the whole gist of it is Cyrus built this house with this machine to get the Oculus Infernum, which is the eye of hell, blah, 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 so he could see past, present, future, heaven, hell, yada, 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 and all of that fun jibbity-jabbity stuff. Well, shit goes south. Crap goes boom, saves the day. People who die are actually the people who deserve to die. Well, Dennis is kind of like a back and forth type situation. You don't know whether or not you really love him at the end though. So it's like a right in the heart type, thing with that. But everybody else deserves it. So let's get into it. The ghost we're talking about today is the Bound Woman. So, a little fun fact about the Bound Woman. You want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, you wouldn't be at this video if you didn't want to know. Pretty damn sure. The actress who played the Bound Woman is Laura Mennell. Picture, look, lady, person, But the Bound Woman has a name. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's not the Bound Woman. These ghosts actually have names. Say, what? I don't know what to tell you. I just blew your mind with that, didn't I? Boom! Well, this woman's name was Susan Legro, and she was a cheerleader in high school. She was a very, 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 very privileged individual. She was basically fed with a silver spoon her whole entire life. I think we know somebody, one person in our entire life that had been like that, whether it was in high school or not. Don't we? And if you don't, you're lying, because you're probably that person then. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. It's always that one thing, when people say, no, I never knew that person. You know why? Because you were that person. Simple as that. You were the person. I would second guess everything you've done in your life then. You're welcome. Well, like I said, she was a cheerleader in high school and she loved playing with men's hearts. Well, I guess that got the better end of her. So She ended up dating the quarterback of the football team. Typical. Cheerleader, quarterback. Head cheerleader, quarterback. Typical, right? Am I right? Yes. So, she ended up dating him. Well, she ended up cheating on him behind his back at prom. Nonetheless, he ended up finding the gentleman that she was cheating with him with. He ended up finding the gentleman and her in a room together, and he just went apeshit. He killed the dude, ended up bounding her up and strangling her to death, and buried her in the 50-yard line in the football field at their high school. So sad. But when he was arrested, he said, "The bitch broke my heart, so I broke her neck." Point blank, period. And that's just the end of that, to be quite honest. There's not a whole big old rendition of storyline for her, because it was literally karma. Did she deserve to die? No. But oh well. We wouldn't be having her in the movie if that was the case. Now, in the movie, the bound woman is usually basically hog-tied up. She's usually either floating. Every now and then you can actually see her walking, but she's usually floating, especially when she meets Bobby. Because what? She is the second ghost that appears in the movie. Just so you know. The more you know. The more you know. The more you know. Ta-da! But yeah, she is the second ghost that appears to the movie, and she is the one who appears to Bobby to try to lure him down in the basement, and freaking succeeds. Of course, because this kid doesn't want to listen to save his life, because he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna listen to the voice that's down the stairs that's in this creepy freaking hallway, shall we?" So he goes down the stairs, meets the bound woman, but if you guys haven't noticed, she is bound 99% of the time throughout the movie, except for when the chant ends at the end and all the ghosts throw Cyrus into the little blades that I was talking about in my movie. If not, or my little rendition. If not, you should probably watch my rendition, because you're probably super lost already. Just saying. Just throwing it out there, you know. But she is actually not bound when they do that. Why? I don't know. Maybe because she's not underneath a chant spell anymore. It kind of broke her from her unearthly being thingy, mabobber, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, in her box, just like the Angry Princess, there's a little marking down below, and it's called Sora Dira. I'm just gonna say I did it right this time. But that means dire sister. Do we know why she's called the dire sister? No. Maybe she has a sister. Maybe she was dire to go see her sister again. I know, that was a very lame joke. I am trying. The interesting thing about the bound woman in the movie is she's obviously hung by, it looks like his tie, the quarterback's tie. Interestingly enough, just like the jackal, she makes a laughing sound. I don't understand how she's able to make a laughing sound if she's bound the whole time, you know, and kind of like cutting off them vocal cords. But yeah, every single time she approaches, or you can hear the bound woman approaching, she actually does this like giggle type high-pitched laughter every single time she comes. You hear it at the very beginning when she meets Bobby, or Bobby meets her, whatever you want to call it. Somebody meets somebody and shit goes south, okay? That's just how it goes in this movie. Just saying. I've been saying just saying in a lot of this, but you know, it's true. Don't know what to tell you. Also, interestingly enough, she is the second ghost that gets shown into this movie. But she is actually the first ghost that is introduced in the Black Zodiac. Wow. It's crazy how that happens. I don't know what to say. Then why didn't they just put her as the first one then? I mean, I guess everything's just laid out like a sack of potatoes. And I guess, if you think of it, if she did go first, then there was no reason to really kill Benjamin other than the fact that he sucks. But he made that, you know, lovely, whatever you want to call it, speech about her boobies, and shit went south. So I guess you had to tie that in there some way possible. But unfortunately, there is not a lot to say about the Bound Woman. And the reason being for that is because the Bound Woman really isn't one of everybody's favorites, because you have a lot of the ghosts in there that are the top-notch ghosts that you want to hear about. Like, for instance, the Angry Princess, the Hammer, the Jackal, the Juggernaut, and even, like, the Dire Child or the Dire Mother, the Dire Mother and the Great Child have more of a detailed one. I'm excited for that one. I know you all are excited to hear about, you know, the Jackal, the Hammer, and everything like that, but you'd be kind of intrigued about the Dire Mother and the Great Child, and I would highly suggest watching that when I put it up, because there is a lot that you don't know about them, and there is a lot that I was quite surprised that they did compared to other situations that kind of didn't make sense. But I'm not going to go into it. Why? Because then there wouldn't be another video now, would there be? No, there would not. But hopefully you guys end up liking this little rendition that I have of the Bound Woman, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the videos that I have of all the other ghosts. What other ghosts are going to come out? I ain't telling you. You know why? Because it wouldn't be a surprise now, would it? Just throwing it out there. But until next time, my pretties, I'm sorry this was a short video, but hey, what are you gonna do? You know, like. But like I said, until next time, my pretties. Toodaloo.